Welcome, everyone. Today, we are going to talk about a truth that many people feel, but very few people accept. People don't respect the person. They respect the money. Yes, it sounds harsh. It sounds painful. But if you observe the world carefully, you will see it everywhere. When you have money, people listen to you. People value you. People stay around you. But when you don't have money, the same people ignore you, disrespect you, and sometimes disappear. So in this video, you will understand this reality deeply, and more importantly, how to deal with it in a strong and smart way. Lesson 1. People don't respect you. They respect your status. The first truth, and one that can completely change how you see the world. People don't respect you. They respect your status. Now understand this very deeply. When people look at you, most of them are not really seeing you. They are seeing your position, your lifestyle, your income, your success level. And based on that, they decide how to treat you. This is the harsh reality. When you have nothing, people don't take you seriously. They interrupt you. They ignore your ideas. They treat your dreams like jokes. You may speak something valuable, but no one listens. Why? Because in their eyes, you don't have status. Now look at the same situation from the other side. The moment you start earning, the moment you achieve something, the moment your lifestyle improves, suddenly, people listen to you. People respect your opinion. People start agreeing with you. Even if you say the same thing you said before. Now it sounds important. Did your intelligence change overnight? No. Did your personality become magical? No. Only one thing changed: your status. And that changed everything. This is how society works. People don't always respect truth. They respect power. And money creates power. Money gives you visibility. Money gives you influence. Money gives you a voice that people cannot ignore. That's why someone with money can say something simple, and people will call it wisdom. But a person without money can say something deep, and people will ignore it. Now listen carefully. This is not your fault. This is how most people are conditioned to think. They connect value with success. They connect respect with money. They connect importance with status. So when your status is low, they assume your value is low. And when your status is high, they assume your value is high. Even if the truth is completely different. Now here is where many people get hurt. They take this personally. They think, why don't people respect me? Why don't people listen to me? What is wrong with me? But nothing is wrong with you. The problem is not your worth. The problem is how society measures worth. And once you understand this, you stop feeling weak. You stop begging for respect. You stop trying to prove yourself to everyone. Because now you know. Their respect is based on your situation, not your soul. This gives you clarity. Now the question is, what should you do? First, don't chase people's respect, because respect that depends on your status will change with your situation. Instead, focus on building yourself. Build your skills. Build your knowledge. Build your financial strength. Not to impress others, but to become independent. Second, observe people carefully. Notice who respected you when you had nothing. Notice who supported you when you were struggling. Those are your real people. Everyone else is just reacting to your status. Third, never let money define your self-worth. This is very important. Yes, money can increase your external respect, but your real value comes from your character, your mindset, your actions. Don't forget who you are, just because your situation changes. Remember this powerful line. The world may respect your status, but you must respect your own identity. Because if you depend on others' respect, you will always feel unstable. But if you respect yourself, you become unshakable. So understand the reality. Accept it. But don't let it control you. Grow in life. Earn money. Build your status. But never forget, you are more than your status. And true power is not when people respect your money. True power is when you respect yourself, even without it. Lesson 2. Money changes how people treat you. The second truth, and something you will clearly notice as you grow in life. Money changes how people treat you. Now think about your life for a moment. Look at how people behave with someone who has nothing. And then look at how they behave with someone who has money. The difference is huge. When you are struggling, people doubt you. People ignore you. People don't take your words seriously. They may talk over you. They may not value your time. They may not even listen to your ideas. You feel invisible. But the moment you start earning, the moment your lifestyle improves, the moment people see that you are doing well, everything changes. Suddenly, people start listening carefully. People become more polite. People show interest in your life. People respect your time. Even the same people who ignored you before now treat you differently. Why? Because money changes perception. People start seeing you as important, not because your heart changed, but because your financial position changed. This is the reality of society. Money creates a kind of invisible power. It gives you presence. It gives you influence. It gives you a voice that people cannot easily ignore. And most people are naturally attracted to that. Now listen carefully. This change is not always real respect. Most of the time, it is conditional behavior. People are not respecting you. They are responding to what you have. They are thinking, this person is successful. This person has value. This person can be useful. So their behavior changes. But inside, they are still the same. This is why you must be very careful. Because when people start treating you better, it feels good. You feel important. You feel valued. You feel respected. But if you don't understand the reason behind it, you can get trapped. You may start believing, now people truly respect me. But the truth is, many people respect the situation, not the person. And the moment the situation changes, their behavior also changes. That's why you will see, when someone loses money, they also lose people. The same friends disappear. The same respect disappears. The same attention disappears. Why? Because the foundation was not real. It was based on money, not on connection. Now understand this powerful truth. External respect is unstable. It can increase. It can decrease. It can disappear at any time. So what should you do? First, don't get carried away by people's behavior. If people suddenly start treating you better, stay calm, observe. Ask yourself, did they respect me when I had nothing? If the answer is no, then the respect is not real. Second, build self-respect, not just external respect. Because self-respect does not depend on money. It depends on how you see yourself. If you respect yourself, you don't need constant validation from others. And if you don't respect yourself, even the whole world's respect will not satisfy you. Third, treat people the same way, no matter your situation. This is where your real character shows. When you grow, Don't become like those people who only respect money. Stay grounded, stay kind, stay real. Because real power is not in changing with money. Real power is in staying the same with values. Fourth, choose your circle wisely. Now that you understand this reality, start identifying people who are genuine, people who respected you when you were nothing, people who supported you without benefit, people who stayed when there was no advantage. Those are your real people. Keep them close. Everyone else, keep a healthy distance. Remember this powerful line. Money can change how people treat you, but it should never change who you are. Because money is a tool, not your identity. Use it to grow. Use it to build your life, but never depend on it for your self-worth. Because the day you lose money, if you lose yourself too, then you lose everything. So understand the truth, accept it, but rise above it, and become someone who is respected, not just for money, but for who they truly are. Lesson 3. Most relationships are based on benefit. The third truth, and one of the most eye-opening realities of life. Most relationships are not built on pure connection. They are built on benefit. Now understand this very carefully. This does not mean every relationship is fake. There are real people, real connections, real love. But at the same time, many relationships exist because of what people get from you, not because of who you are. People stay when they gain something. People connect when it is useful. People give time when there is a reason. And when that benefit disappears, so do they. This is the part that hurts, because you may think, they care about me. They value me. They are always there for me. But the truth reveals itself only in one situation: when you have nothing to offer, when you are struggling, when you are not useful, when you cannot give anything in return. That is when you see reality. Some people stay, but many disappear. They stop calling. They stop texting. They stop showing interest. Not because you changed, but because your value to them changed. Now listen carefully. This is not always intentional. Many people don't even realize they are like this. They are conditioned to think in terms of benefit. What do I get from this relationship? How does this help me? So their behavior naturally follows that mindset. But for you, the result is the same. You feel used. You feel ignored. You feel replaced. And you start questioning everything. Was it all fake? Did they ever care? Why did they leave so easily? The answer is simple, but painful. They were connected to your benefit, not your presence. Now this is where money plays a big role. When you have money, you become valuable in many ways. You can help, you can support, you can provide. And because of that, people come closer. They want to stay in your circle. They want to be part of your life. But again, ask yourself, are they here for me or for what I have? This question will change your thinking. Now understand this powerful truth. Money attracts people, but it also reveals people. It shows you who is genuine and who is there for advantage. Because when everything is going well, everyone looks real. But when things go wrong, reality becomes clear. Now what should you do? First, don't become bitter. Just because many relationships are based on benefit does not mean you should stop trusting everyone. There are real people in this world. But you must be aware. Awareness protects you. Second, observe patterns, not promises. People can say anything. I will always be there. I care about you. I support you. But words are easy. Watch what they do when you need them. Watch how they behave when there is no benefit. That is where truth lives. Third, stop overgiving. This is a big mistake. You give your time. You give your energy. You give your support. But you never ask, is this person doing the same for me? Balance is important. Don't become someone who gives everything and receives nothing. Fourth, value the few real people. In a world full of conditional relationships, even one real person is enough. Someone who stays without benefit. Someone who respects you without money. Someone who supports you in your worst times. Those people are rare. Protect them, respect them, keep them close. Because they are your true wealth. Remember this powerful line. Not everyone in your life is there for you. Some are there for what you can give. And the moment you understand this, you stop expecting too much. You stop getting hurt easily. You become wiser. You become stronger. So don't fear this truth. Use it, learn from it, grow through it, and build a life where you are surrounded, not by people who need you, but by people who truly value you. Lesson 4. Respect that comes from money is temporary. The fourth truth, and one that can protect you from a lot of future pain. Respect that comes from money is temporary. Now understand this deeply. When you start earning money, when your lifestyle improves, when people see your success, they begin to respect you. They speak to you politely. They listen to your words. They treat you like someone important. And slowly, you start feeling good. You feel valued. You feel seen. You feel respected. But here's the dangerous part. You start believing that this respect is real. You start thinking, now people truly respect me. Now people value me for who I am. But the truth is, most of that respect is not for you. It is for your money. And the biggest proof of this is simple. The moment money disappears, the respect also disappears. This is reality. Today, when you are successful, people stand with you. Tomorrow, if you struggle, many of those same people will step back. They will become distant. They will stop giving attention. They will treat you differently. Why? Because the foundation of their respect was not strong. It was built on your situation, not on your character. Now listen carefully. Anything built on money can fall with money. And that includes people's behavior. That includes people's attention. That includes people's respect. So if your entire confidence depends on how people treat you, you will always feel unstable because their behavior will keep changing. This is why many people feel lost when they lose money. Not just because of financial loss, but because they lose people, respect, and attention. And suddenly, they feel invisible again. But the truth is, they didn't lose real respect. They lost temporary respect. And this is where you must become wise. Don't get addicted to attention. Don't get addicted to validation. Because most of it is not real. It is connected to what you have, not who you are. Now understand this powerful truth. Real respect stays in your worst times. Real people don't disappear when you struggle. Real people don't change their behavior when your situation changes. They stay the same. They respect you when you have nothing. They respect you when you have everything. That is real. Everything else is temporary. Now what should you do? First, don't measure your value through others' behavior. If people treat you well when you have money, good. But don't let that define your self-worth. Because your value is not created by money. It is revealed by your character. Second, Stay grounded when you grow. When money comes, don't let it change your mindset. Don't become someone who only values money, because the same thing that lifted you can also destroy you if you lose control. Stay humble, stay real, stay connected to your values. Third, prepare for change. Life is not stable. Money can increase. Money can decrease. Situations can change. So don't build your identity on something unstable. Build it on yourself, your discipline, your mindset, your strength. Because these things stay, even when money goes. Fourth, focus on building real respect. Not loud respect, not temporary respect, but deep respect. Respect that comes from your behavior. Respect that comes from your consistency. Respect that comes from your values. Because that respect cannot be taken away easily. Remember this powerful line. If people respect you only when you have money, then they never respected you at all. They respected your situation. And situations always change. So don't chase temporary respect. Don't depend on external validation. Build a life where even if everything changes, you still stand strong. Because in the end, money may bring people into your life, but only your character will decide who stays. So understand this truth deeply. Respect that comes from money will come and go, but respect that comes from who you are will stay with you forever. Lesson 5. Money gives power, but not real value. The fifth truth, and one that many people misunderstand. Money gives you power, but it does not give you real value as a person. Now understand this deeply. Money can change your life. It can give you comfort. It can give you freedom. It can give you opportunities. And yes, it can also give you influence. People listen to you more. People take you seriously. People treat you differently. This is the power of money. But here's the truth most people ignore. Power is not the same as value. You can have power and still have no real worth as a human being. You can be rich and still be empty inside. You can have money and still not be respected in a deep, meaningful way. Because real value does not come from what you have. It comes from who you are. Now think about this. Would you truly respect a person who has money, but lies, cheats, and disrespects others? Maybe you will act respectfully in front of them, but inside, you know the truth. That is not real respect. That is fear. That is dependency. That is social pressure. Real respect is different. Real respect comes from character, integrity, discipline, kindness, consistency. These are things money cannot buy. Money can buy attention, but not genuine care. Money can buy presence, but not loyalty. Money can buy influence, but not true respect. Now listen carefully. If your value depends only on money, then the moment money goes, your value disappears. And that is a dangerous place to be. Because money is not permanent. It can increase. It can decrease. It can disappear. And if your identity is built only on money, you will feel lost when it is gone. This is why many people feel empty. Even after becoming successful, they achieved money, but they didn't build themselves. They focused on earning, but ignored becoming. And now, they have everything outside, but nothing inside. Now understand this powerful truth. Money can attract people, but only your character can keep the right people. Many people will come when you have money. They will smile. They will support you. They will stay close. But ask yourself, will they stay if I lose everything? If the answer is no, then their connection is not real. That is why your focus should not be only on earning money. Your focus should be on becoming a strong person. Now, what should you do? First, respect money, but don't worship it. Money is important. It gives you freedom. It gives you security. But don't make it your identity, because you are more than your bank balance. Second, build your character daily. Work on your discipline. Work on your honesty. Work on your mindset. Because these things stay with you, even when everything else changes. Third, treat people well, regardless of their status. Don't become like those who only respect money. Respect people for who they are, not for what they have. Because this is what makes you different. This is what builds your real value. Fourth, define your own worth. Don't let society decide your value based on money. Decide it yourself. Know who you are. Know what you stand for. Know your principles. Because once you define your worth internally, no external situation can shake you. Remember this powerful line: money can make you look important, but only character can make you truly valuable. So chase growth, not just wealth. Build yourself, not just your income. Because at the end of the day, money may give you power in a world, but your value as a person will always come from within. Lesson 6. Build yourself, not just your bank balance. The final truth, and the most important lesson of this entire topic. Don't just build money, build yourself. Now understand this deeply. Yes, money is important. It gives you comfort. It gives you security. It gives you options in life. But if your entire focus becomes only money, then you are building your life on something unstable. Because money can change. It can come fast. It can go fast. And if you have not built yourself, you will not be able to handle either success or failure. This is where most people go wrong. They spend years trying to increase their bank balance, but they ignore their mindset. They work hard to earn, but they don't work on who they are becoming. And one day, they realize something painful. They have money, but no peace. They have success, but no confidence. They have everything outside, but nothing inside. Now listen carefully. If you build money without building yourself, you will always feel empty, because external success without internal strength is incomplete. Now think about this. If you lose money today, can you rebuild it? If your answer is yes, then you are powerful. But if your answer is no, then your power was never money. Your power was missing. That power is your mindset, your discipline, your skills, your thinking. These are the things that create money and recreate it if it is lost. So instead of only focusing on how much money can I earn, start asking, what kind of person am I becoming? Because that question will shape your entire life. Now understand this powerful truth. Money follows value. If you become valuable, money will come. But if you chase money without becoming valuable, even if you get it, you will struggle to keep it. So what should you build? Build your discipline. Because discipline makes you consistent, even when you don't feel like working. Build your mindset. Because mindset decides how you react to success and failure. Build your skills. Because skills create opportunities. And opportunities create income. Build your confidence. Because confidence helps you take risks. And grow beyond your limits. These are real assets. No one can steal them. No situation can destroy them. Now listen carefully. When you build yourself, something powerful happens. You stop chasing respect. Because you respect yourself. You stop depending on others' opinions. Because you trust your own decisions. You stop feeling insecure about money. Because you know you can always create it again. This is real power. Not the power of money, but the power of identity. Now, one more important thing. When money comes, don't lose yourself. Many people change when they become successful. They become arrogant. They forget their values. They start treating people based on status. Don't do that. Stay grounded. Stay real. Because your character should not change with your bank balance. Remember this powerful line. Money can build your lifestyle, but only you can build your life. So focus on becoming strong, not just looking successful. Because in the end, the world may respect your money, but your real strength will come from who you are, even when you have nothing. So build yourself first. Everything else will follow. Lesson 7. Don't chase respect. Earn independence. The seventh truth, and one that can completely change your mindset. Don't chase respect. Earn independence. Now understand this very clearly. Most people spend their whole life trying to get respect from others. They try to impress people. They try to prove their worth. They try to show that they are successful. Why? Because they want to feel respected. But here is the reality. The more you chase respect, the more it runs away from you. Because respect that is forced is never real. When you try too hard to impress people, they don't respect you. They see your need. They see your desperation. And instead of valuing you, they start taking you lightly. Now think about this deeply. Why do people respect money? Because money gives independence. When you have money, you don't need approval. You don't need permission. You don't need validation. You can make your own decisions. You can walk your own path. And that freedom creates respect. So the real goal is not respect. The real goal is independence. Because when you are independent, respect follows naturally. Now understand this powerful truth. People respect those who don't need them, not in a negative way, but in a strong way. When you are emotionally independent, you don't beg for attention. When you are financially independent, you don't depend on others for survival. When you are mentally independent, you don't get affected by every opinion. And this makes you powerful. Now compare this with someone who is dependent. They need approval. They need support. They need validation. And because of that, people don't respect them. They control them. This is why chasing respect never works. Because respect is not given to those who ask for it. It is given to those who stand on their own. Now listen carefully. Independence creates confidence. Confidence creates respect. So instead of asking, how can I make people respect me? Start asking, how can I become independent? Because that question will change everything. Now what should you do? First, become financially independent. You don't need to be rich immediately, but start building something, start earning, start saving, start growing. Because when you earn your own money, you feel a different kind of confidence. You stop depending on others. You stop tolerating disrespect. Second, become emotionally independent. Stop depending on people for happiness. Stop needing constant attention. Stop needing approval. Because the moment you control your emotions, you become stronger. Third, become mentally independent. Don't let every opinion affect you. People will talk, people will judge, people will criticize, but you must stay focused. Because if you keep changing based on others, you will never build your own identity. Fourth, stop proving yourself to everyone. This is a big mistake. You don't need to explain your worth again and again. You don't need to show your success to be accepted. Let your life speak. Let your actions speak. Silence is more powerful than constant explanation. Remember this powerful line. Respect is not chased. It is attracted. And it is attracted to strength. Strength of mind. Strength of character. Strength of independence. So don't waste your energy trying to impress people. Use that energy to build yourself. Because the moment you become independent, you stop needing respect. And that is exactly when people start giving it. So learn this lesson deeply. Stand on your own. Grow in silence. Build your strength. And let the world respect you. Not because you asked for it, but because you earned it. So remember this. The world is not always fair. People don't always see your heart, your struggle, or your true value. Most of the time, they see your success. They see your money. They see your status. And based on that, they decide how to treat you. But here is the truth that will set you free. You don't need the world's respect to become powerful. You need your own. Because when you respect yourself, when you build yourself, when you become independent, everything changes. You stop chasing people. You stop proving your worth. You stop depending on temporary respect. And slowly, you become stronger. You become calmer. You become unshakable. So don't run after respect. Run after growth. Build your mindset. Build your skills. Build your life. Because money may bring attention, but your character will decide who truly stays. And if this video made you think, even a little, make sure you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who needs to hear this truth today. Because sometimes, one message, at the right time, can completely change a person's life. Keep growing. Keep learning. And I'll see you in the next video.